YouTube friends and family, welcome to today's edition of the Wellness Homesteader. So this morning you find me out getting ready to do the never-ending garden watering. It is 6:15. I just let the chickens out, fed and watered them, and I thought it might be kind of fun. Little cat fight going on next door. Sorry about that. To do sort of a day in the life or a week in the life of a homesteader on a small scale. I always feel like I have to add that caveat. And someone who is now retired and enjoys all things food preservation and prepping and the outdoors, and also is a full-time YouTuber. So I hope you'll stay tuned. So every day, one of the first things I've been having to do is water my garden. And this is a yellow California Wonder Pepper. But you can see my plants are a little bit heat stressed, but they are still blooming. These are a variety of peppers. I see, excuse the chickens, I see a couple jalapenos over there. And then I was able to pick a little bit. So as I go through each bed, I will generally pick some tomatoes and some cucumbers, etc. I did plant a few sunflowers, which are coming up here, hoping for some late fall sunflowers. And guys, look, my Kajari melon has really expanded and is starting to lay on blooms. So I think my carrots are a lost cause. I'm trying to let them go to seed so I can collect that seed and maybe give them a try again late fall once the weather cools. One thing I do have, y'all, is plentiful pumpkins. So this one is coming along. That was one of the first. There is also a nice one in here. Here goes Miss Violet. She must have something she wants to tell y'all. But there are pumpkins all over through here. So, yeah, girly. So I also think I might harvest a few flowers. I just harvested like 11 cucumbers. My tomatoes are a hot mess, guys. I'll do them differently next year, but I'm getting plentiful tomatoes as well. So this is today's harvest. I did harvest some flowers as well. I may come get some fresh herbs depending on what I cook for lunch. There's some beautiful lettuce over here. And a wonky tomato that's out of control. I've harvested my chives, but there's still plenty. And everything is now watered, and we are getting ready to start the day. Today's video, or this portion of the video, may be a bit informal, but I am actually getting ready to cold water thaw some Purdue chicken thigh fillets, free-range, boneless, skinless, fed all vegetarian diet, no antibiotics ever, no hormones or steroids. So I should have probably done this last night, but sometimes I don't think about what am I going to eat until the next day. I have a tendency to batch cook. So one of the things I do fairly early in the morning, fairly early in the morning, is decide what I'm watering my dish towel. What am I going to have for my dinner meal, my large meal? What does the week look like? I'm not good at menu planning at all, y'all. But when the garden is bringing so much bounty, it's pretty easy to have veg. So I really just need the protein. Sometimes I do meat. Oftentimes I do not. I might do beans or like stir-fried chickpeas or air-fried chickpeas. But today, my sister, which you don't hear me talk a lot about, and I know she probably won't want to be on camera, my sister is coming over, and I want to have the ability to feed her. So my sister, unfortunately, you know, I was shocked at my 35 food sensitivities. She has way more. Poor girl. I mean, she is allergic to so many things. I'm like truly allergic where, you know, I might be sensitive and bloaty, but I'm not really allergic. So, are you helping, Frankie? Oh, yeah. So this is what, oh, excuse the hand. This is what I deal with. He's like, I'll help you, Mom. So since she will be here about, in about 2 hours, I want to make sure I have food. If she doesn't want to eat, that's fine. She doesn't have to. But I know what she can and can't eat, and she likes very, very plain things. So I thought, you know, maybe I will do the, Frankie's now drinking the water. Maybe I'll do the chicken thighs, which I know she likes, in the air fryer. And I have fresh herbs in that if she doesn't want any balsamic vinegar on hers. I like balsamic vinegar. It just makes it delicious in the air fryer. I have a ton of zucchini. I have fresh tomatoes. I have fresh cucumbers. I have all the salad greens, y'all. So that's gonna be an easy meal. I don't really have a starch, but if she wants a starch, I do have corn in the freezer. What do you think, Frank? He's just watching everything. So I'm debating on whether I want to go harvest a couple sunflowers for my little display, my little, you gonna fall in. But this is a very typical day, whether I had company coming or not. Having a long-haired cat, I also ran the vacuum. That's an everyday thing. When he's shedding, I'm still trying to, is that good? Y'all won't believe this. Y'all look. Let's see if I can. Like he's down in the water. I know they say cats don't like water. This cat does. And I hope y'all excuse the video quality in my hand because I'm going to be using my phone since this is a week in the life. So today I have my sister. Tomorrow I will be gone the majority of the day. I am going to go to my aunt's house. She is moving to assisted living on Wednesday and she needs a little bit of help with just finalizing what she's gonna take. And I love my Aunt Susie, so I'm gonna be going there. And then Thursday is my Azure pickup. So I do take a look, usually on Sunday night, but sometimes on Monday morning. What do I have that I will have to go away for, or if someone's coming here, or do I have any sort of plans? So that's kind of the plan for the week. Yo, ow! Frank, you just shook water everywhere, butter. Well, now that I've been baptized, do you want to tell the people what you did? Do you want to tell the people? Here, let's tell the people. Tell the people. See, I drank some of my mom's water because it's better than mine. So I kind of take a look and then I will plan out what days I'm going to video. This video will probably, if I even use it, will probably go up on Saturday because, you know, it's a week in life. So I'm going to need a Thursday video, and that means Wednesday I've got to get it. I got to figure out what I'm going to do. Looking at the garden, I am getting tomatoes, but not in a volume to can yet. So I am just going to probably, if I do anything, I might have some freeze drying or freezing to do, but I don't think I have any canning this week. So I try to plan out, like, what do I want to do this week for my videos? And y'all, it's hard thinking up, what are you going to do all week for videos that are interesting. Now, I already filmed, even though this is Monday, I've already uploaded Tuesday's videos, so I do try to work ahead. It takes me a little while to edit, to upload, to do all those things. But I've kind of gotten in a routine. So that will be like my focus on Wednesday, will be putting this video together as far as I've gotten it, editing it, and also doing another video. So I am going to just relax a little bit. Go check on the girls. It looks like rain, guys. It really looks like rain. Wouldn't you know? And we've got dinner taken care of here. The cat's had his drink. so let's maybe relax a little bit before our company arrives. Well, good morning. Happy Tuesday. We have fog this morning, y'all. Very, very common here in the Ohio Valley. I got chickens too. Good morning, girly girls. I opened their coop, about 20 minutes ago. Well, come on with it. They're like jonesing to get out. Come on. Fed and watered them. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. They just cannot wait to get out and run the yard. But yes, as you see, you can't even see the house next door. Well, you sort of can. Very, very foggy. We got 0.87 inches of rain last night. So y'all, guess what? I'm not going to have to water the garden today. Every day things look a little more, got a new pumpkin starting there, a little more ripe over here. So I'm going to have to keep a close eye because I do have some that have gotten into the grass. This one's getting pretty orange back in there. There's 2 back in here. There's one on the ground over there you can kind of see, but yeah, super, super foggy. So generally I will come out in the morning, just kind of peruse the garden as I'm watering like I did yesterday. So during harvest season, that's what I often do in the mornings. First thing, this one looks like it's ready. That's a pretty one. And these, I think, are the purple tomatoes, so I may let that ripen on the windowsill for a day or two. Cleaned out the chicken coop yesterday and spread the manure and the bedding. One thing you don't want to do is plant veg right on top of the fresh chicken manure. So this will sit all winter and then get turned in. So yeah, things are growing and looking. You can, that's a street light there. Looks like the sun, but y'all, it's quite another chore for morning is, that one's still warm. Collect any eggs that got laid after the girls went to bed. And we'll put that by our tomato here. So that's our offerings for the day. And you can see the girls are just running like crazy. So another big part of my day, every day, is if I choose to review a product, then I have to do my research on it. And this is an LED motion sensitive under cabinet light. Guys, so far I'm really impressed, but stay tuned for the true. This makes it motion sensitive. And, okay, I probably should read the directions. You can dim it. You can do all sorts of things. Okay, so I will read the directions, which are also on the back here. I need to reach out to the company and let them know I received it, get all the 411 on it. So I don't do tons of product reviews, y'all, but I try to do product reviews of things. And believe me, I get hundreds of emails offering this, that, and something else for just, you know, random things that, oops, I'm not going to use. And so I'm not going to just take it because it's free. And I also, if it's unaffordable, I don't get a lot of that, honestly. But if I think the price isn't right, or it's not something that is really going to benefit people, I'm not going to share it. This I really like, and I'll tell you why. I'm doing a product review before I do a product review. It is USB rechargeable. I have the tap lights, the battery operated ones, under my counter because I don't have under counter lighting, and it can be really dark when you're trying to film. I go through batteries like crazy. So having something that is rechargeable, I think, is going to be really, really handy. So another thing that I spend a lot of time doing, believe it or not, is I'm always thinking about what I have that I need to do versus what I'd like to make a video about. If there's new information coming out about food safety or prepping or something like that, like stock up now kind of a thing. But yesterday, y'all, my sister gave me a whole bunch of magazines. Now, I have to tell y'all, I don't buy magazines because this one was $12.99. And it's Veggieful, 100 ways to eat fresh, new ways with green beans, crunchy cucumber salad, blah, 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 blah. Guys, does this not look good? It's a new way to cook zucchini. So I will peruse materials, or sometimes I will go through books that I already have, or do YouTube searches on, you know, like what's new and happening. I look at Instagram. I try to stay off TikTok because TikTok makes you buy it, right? So there is a lot of time spent just researching what content I want to have upcoming. And I know a lot of the big YouTubers only do 1 video a week. Some do 2. I've got some egg song singing going on. Let's go see what's going on out there. I've kind of stuck with 3 almost from the start. What is going on out here, Bockety Box? That's Violet. Hang on, guys. I gotta make sure she's okay. Violet, did you find a good worm? Is that what's going on out here? She just back here just a balking. They love the wood chip pile, which they have now spread everywhere. But it's still usable. Get after it, girl. It's never dull with chickens. So, as I was saying, I've kind of stuck with the cadence of 3 because it just works well for me. Drop me a comment below if y'all would like to see 2 videos a week that are longer, or if you're good with the 3. For right now, some days it's hard to come up with what I'm going to do, especially if I have obligations outside of YouTube, like today. So today, I'll be leaving. It's about 6:30 right now. I'll be going to my aunt's house to help her with some last-minute tasks because she's moving to assisted living tomorrow. And she's lived in her home, God love her, for 59 years, same as my mom did. So I'll be helping her today. And then ongoing, I will be helping her son and daughter-in-law do some clean out and decide, you know, this is going to get sold, this can be donated, this can be thrown away, you know, the whole thing. And I just know myself how difficult it was to do so much of it by myself. So I want to be a help if I can. So I will probably be gone the majority of the day today. So I have some chicken for dinner, and tomorrow is my at-home day, so I'm going to be doing some cooking fresh out of the garden for you all. That will probably be a separate video, but I'm just giving you an idea of what kind of the Monday through Friday is like when you are a full-time small homesteader and a full-time YouTuber. I hope you'll stay tuned. More to come. Happy Wednesday, friends. And we are outside enjoying a bit of cool morning weather before the heat wave hits. And here comes Oh, the chickens. Hi, girlies. Come on with it. Miss Violet's got to come and say hello. You guys say hello? Yeah. So, I hope that you got to see my Thursday video, which will explain a lot of what I'm doing today, and I don't want to be repetitive. But, you know, when you homestead, things can be really similar day to day. And, you know, my food supply is super important to me, and I'm very concerned about the heat. So very early this morning, like 5:30, 6 o'clock, I was out watering. Yeah, I was, wasn't I? Yeah, That's Miss Marigold. Tell me all about it. Because I'm very concerned my tomatoes are really starting to ripen, and this heat can sometimes make them split. It can also make the skins tough, and I, of course, remove the skins when I can it, but it can make a less than perfect tomato. So I can't change the heat. I can keep them well fertilized and watered. That's about all I can do. Oh, here comes Fancy Ray now. Yeah. Hello, girlies. Yes. So let's take a quick peek here, and then I'm going to take you inside, show you the harvest I got this morning. One of the things I really enjoy is checking my pumpkins on the daily and seeing, you know, what I have new. But you can really see that things are not deteriorating exactly, but they're changing. So the vines are vining out. Y'all, I've got vines everywhere, as you see. And some of the zucchini leaves are done. But I continue to find, see if I can find it. Yeah, see, I continue to find new pumpkins. So I will leave this until there are no more pumpkins ripening. And like if I pick this right now, it would turn more orange, but I'm going to let it ripen on the vine because this and this is a pie pumpkin, so I intend to eat them. I'm still waiting, y'all, to see if I get any of the gourds. They certainly are good climbers. And as you see, I don't know, can I focus? Yeah, there we go. That looks like my first loofah. This looks like my second, so it's trying. So I'm just gonna let it do its thing, climb as high as it wants to. Still have blooms on the pumpkins. Got some very green ones, some really orange ones. There's two back here, there's one on the back here, there's some over here, there's one on the grass. I'm getting very excited about all of the blooms on the Kajari melon. So I think we are gonna get some melon, y'all. Unfortunately, this chicken wire, it's grabbed onto, so I do plan to harvest my carrots later this week. And y'all look at all the, there's 2 bees in there. Can you see them? Oops, oh, well, not anymore. Peppers, y'all drop me a comment below. I'm not sure what this is. I don't know if it's, it makes the leaves just want to fall off. This is a jalapeno, but I'm still getting peppers. I'm still getting blooms. So I'm just going to let it do its thing. This will be a yellow California Wonder. So I'm excited about that. But y'all, my tomatoes are a hot mess. Do not do your tomatoes like this. Tie them up. But as you see, I've got some really, really huge tomatoes. And just lots in stages of ripening, so I'm just gonna keep them well watered. You know, it's kind of loaded, guys. Back in there, I had to kind of create a place to pick. These have fallen over, but that will help with the ripening. So lots of cherry tomatoes, lots of chickens. Lots and lots, guys, of the butternut squash. This is the first time I've ever grown it, and I have to tell y'all, they take a ton of fertilizer like a pumpkin. My sunflowers are just gorgeous, just lovely, as are my zinnias. So I've done my harvest for the day. I also want to share something about one of my pumpkins, so stay tuned for that. So this is one of my mammoth pumpkin vines. When a blossom is attached right without a long stem, it is a female. This happens to be a male, but you can actually help the pollination process. Now this is shriveled up, by taking the male, and if you get a female bloom like right on, like this one, oh gosh, like this, you can help the fertilization process. So here's a pumpkin trying to start, but as you see, it's already orange because it didn't get adequately pollinated. So you can see a cucumber sticking up there. You can help the pollination process, but you have to know the difference between the male and the female flower. So a male flower is on a long stem, like this one is. And then the female, as you see here, is very close to the stem. So I'll be keeping an eye out. I may not have enough days for maturity, but we get what we get. It's fun. You know, I only use 2 seeds. I just kind of put them in here on a whim, enjoying all my beautiful zinnias. And they're all so different. I love the variegated color. I will be saving some of these seeds as well. So I'm letting some of them, like this beautiful white one, go to seed on the vine, so then I can collect the seed. But it's still, we still have loads of blooms, loads of color coming up that I can harvest and use in my inside decor. I still have lots of little sunflowers, but my bigger ones are losing their petals, so I will leave these until they go to complete seed so that I can replant them next year. I think these have just been lovely. So today, because I do not have a video done for tomorrow, I will be filming today, I will be editing today, I will be uploading and putting all the information in, the links, etc., etc. So it's going to be a busy day. I was going to do a video, which will be coming up, on some different things you can do with your fresh vegetables, because let's face it, guys, you can only eat so much zucchini till you're like, ugh, I don't want any more zucchini bread. So I have found some really unique dishes that I've been researching that we're gonna make together for a video. So part of being a YouTuber is being aware of current trends, being aware of your environment and what you need to do and how you can not only share the information with others, but enrich your knowledge. And so I think it's helped me really grow as a person. Some of you might be wondering, well, do you make enough money to make it worth your while? Okay, so here's full transparency. And I have said this before on videos, and I may not have made it as clear. So at the small size of my channel, 4,200 people, no, I don't make enough money. I mean, every dime helps, and so that's fine. August 1st will be my 3-year anniversary. It was just payday, and this is where I misspoke. So AdSense, so I get paid on the advertisers, and if you watch the ads, and I'm gonna tell you, it helps, but I don't always watch ads either, so no worries on that. You have to have at least $100 in revenue for that month for you to get a check that month. It doesn't mean you lose the money from AdSense. It just means they will not cut you a check, so to speak, or direct deposit anything until you reach $100. So I just got paid, if you will, for the last 2 months. And guys, I don't mind sharing it because I think you have to be realistic. Unless you have 100,000 subscribers or, you know, a huge channel, the reality of it is I made $189 in 2 months. I don't do YouTube for the money. While I enjoy the money and I enjoy occasionally having a product that I get for free that I can share with you, and I'm very selective about what products I will even review. I turn down, for every one review I do, I probably turn down 50. So that's nice, but I do YouTube because I enjoy it, because I like to share knowledge, because one day when I'm not here, hopefully YouTube will still be here, and it will enable my son to have access to different information about how to cook certain things that he grew up with, or how to grow or cultivate, or what do you do with a broody chicken, things like that. And I hope it's also a help to you. So that's why I do YouTube. It also is fun to be your own boss, you know, to create a little job that you can do. Because when I retired, y'all, I was lost. Even with caring for my mom all the time, work is all I have ever known. And I enjoy working, and I like to work hard. So YouTube has been really great for me, both for my mental health, I guess you would say, for leaving a legacy for my son or my nieces, or my great nephews, you know, that type thing. But it's not a get rich quick scheme unless you happen to, you know, just your channel just blows up. I think about Becky from Homestead. She grew to 400,000 subscribers like that because she does a lot of gardening and things like that and homesteading. That's never going to be my channel. I'm a chubby middle-aged woman that talks about Jesus and isn't afraid to share her faith. And I'm not going to change that. Well, I can't change the fact that I'm chubby and middle-aged. Well, I could change chubby, couldn't I? No, I can't change the fact that I'm not the demographic of a young influencer. And I'm okay with that. So if you are debating on, do you want to start a YouTube channel or not, go for it. It's a lot of fun. You will learn a lot of things about how to film, about how to present, about what interests people, what is a total... I've done plenty of those too, y'all. I actually have 2 videos that have been, I'm going to say viral, but not viral in the sense, you know, like everybody's watching it. It's on TikTok. No, not like that. But consistently has been shared by YouTube. It's improving the taste of your canned tomatoes, which we'll be doing that, a similar one again, and cleaning my disaster craft room. Those are my 2 biggest videos of all times. Who knew? So, if you have any questions about how do I get started with YouTube, what do you recommend? If you want to drop me a comment below or send me a private message, sweethoneybath@gmail.com. I'm more than glad to share anything I can that might help you out. All right, I'm going to do a few things, and then I'm going to get filming for my video that's tomorrow that you've already seen. So, yeah. It can be challenging when you're doing 2 videos at once, keeping which clip goes to what because your clothes don't change, but it is a lot of fun, guys. All right, I will see you later. Stay tuned for the rest of the week. Happy Thursday, YouTube friends and family. It is a hot one. It is quite early. It is 8:20. It is 76 degrees. Please ignore the perspiration. I hear you, Miss. We've already had some chicken drama this morning. I couldn't find Miss Violet, and I started to panic because they're out free ranging. And y'all, in case you're wondering, I'm finally digging my carrots. And y'all, my red coyote carrots, a success. So I'm super happy about that. The foliage is starting to turn color and die back. Now, I will say I will occasionally get one like this that doesn't have a carrot. But the girlies will enjoy the greens. And I already have a big bowl over there. So back to the Miss Violet saga. I wasn't being careful when I went to search for her. And, I might have fallen on my head. only hurt my pride, nothing more. So that I'm grateful for. But I did find Miss Violet laying an egg in the flower bed. I'm like, Violet, that is not an appropriate action here, girl. Knock it off. Ooh, look at that big one. Y'all, we've got some good carrots. We've got some weenie ones. But I have been in the mood to try some new recipes for fresh veg. Now, y'all, where I didn't thin carrots, let me just kind of show you what happens if you don't thin your carrots. But I'll turn those into eggs, not a problem. Alrighty. And I am finding that I have to dig these, and my soil is quite loose, so they are firmly rooted. So today is going to be a busy one. I've been out here working in my garden, harvesting, watering, doing all those type of things. And today is my Azure Standard pickup. So while a lot of things are the same day to day when you homestead, there's always work. That much I can tell you, y'all. You will never be at a loss for what to do when you garden. However, I really do enjoy this, and even though it's so very hot right now, I know a lot of you all are suffering with worse heat than I am. Our problem here is it's so daggone humid. At 4 o'clock it was 76 degrees with 67% humidity. I'm like, wait, what? That's pretty humid. And not foggy today. Woo, pretty one. I mean, I know y'all have seen carrots before. I'm kind of proud of myself, you know. When I get a good one, I have to show it. So I've got a pile and a bowl. And I'm going to keep on harvesting here, get these finished up. Oh, I love it when you get the twofers. And then we'll get back together again a little later this afternoon, and we'll pick up our Azure haul. Well, happy Friday, YouTube friends of Viably. The last day in this video. Do you want to say hi to the peoples? Frankie wanted to be in the video. He said, no, you don't want to say hello? Do you want to say hello? Here, come on, let's say hello to the peoples. Oh, and get off the countertop. He's a big kitty. Oh, look at the pretty kitty. Don't have grumpy faces. No. Okay, that's a nice hello. All right, so what is on the agenda for today? Well, first let me tell you, I did not film the Azure drop. Y'all, the heat index was 96 degrees. I think the humidity percent might have also been 96. It was a big drop, the biggest drop I've ever coordinated, and the driver was a little bit late. And by the time we offloaded that entire truck, there was a lot of feed, there was a lot of bulk grain. I was a hot mess, and I didn't feel like filming. This was a small Azure order for me. I always order chicken feed, their organic chicken feed, and yeah, that was the sum total of my order, so I didn't think it was worth doing a video. So today, what am I going to be doing? Well, back to the week in the life of a homesteader and a YouTuber. It's about 5:45. It's still quite dark out. Have you noticed the days are getting long or shorter? Yes, which means it's going to get cooler. Today is supposed to be the hottest day in our heat wave with a high of 95, which is probably going to put the heat index well over 100. So I'm going to have to keep a close eye on the girly girls, make sure they have plenty of fresh water. Another thing that I will probably do today is feed them some of the frozen corn cobs, which they definitely enjoyed. You can also, and y'all, I think I've shared this before, I will take cupcake liners, put them in a muffin tin, freeze corn, so I'm getting ready to do that so they can have a really delicious treat that will cool them down. You may notice in the background, y'all, I have all the harvest. And the windowsill is full of tomatoes as well, and I'll have more ready today. So, in addition to finishing up this video, getting it edited and uploaded, I am going to be working on 2 videos, which you'll want to stay tuned for next week, all about different dishes that you can do with your fresh garden produce. Instead of just saying, zucchini is only for zucchini bread, y'all, I have 2 really neat zucchini recipes I'm going to be doing. I am going to be using my harvested cabbage, some of my cherry tomatoes, I'm looking back here, and cucumbers for a kind of a different salad. So I have some fun coming up, and it will probably be a 2-parter for you all. Hi, Frank. Yellow cat. He does this a lot. So just kind of in summary for the week, I know there's a lot of people that would be like, I would be so bored with your life. And I have to tell you, I am not bored. I really enjoy the satisfaction. I also have a carrot dish too, y'all, of the self-sufficiency. I enjoy my animals. My chickens are an absolute hoot and so much fun. And even though there's a lot of sameness, gotta water the garden, gotta feed and water the chickens, have to feed and water the cat, that brings me great joy. I will intermittently put in some fun things like the trip to the antique store that we took together. So I visited with my aunt this week. You know, I'm not just staying at home. So you can still have a very full life and be responsible for managing your food, managing your animals without a huge problem. When you throw YouTube in the mix, and guys, I'm sorry, I'm doing laundry already this morning. That is like a kind of like a job. So well, it's not kind of like a job, I guess it is a job. So it does take a dedicated amount of time. It takes a lot of planning. I'm usually doing research for, or brainstorming ideas for, or you know, one or the other, making a video, editing a video, uploading a video. There's something really on the daily for YouTube. But again, that is just something that I can weave in, and I really enjoy being a YouTuber and a small homesteader. I wish I had more land. I wish I could have more animals, but some days, guys, this can keep me extremely busy. So if you have any questions about chickens or gardening or being a YouTuber, I'd be more than glad to share any information that I have to be helpful. My email is always down in the description box, so feel free to reach out. I talk to a lot of you via email. Y'all, I'm sorry. We're on spin now, never fails. It's usually like the AC will cut on, or yeah, there's hangers on top of the washer, so they're all right. If you would do me a big favor, go ahead and smash that like button. Thank you for being with me this week. I have thoroughly enjoyed sharing a little glimpse of what it's like to be a small homesteader and full-time YouTuber. I will see you all next week, but until then, be healthy, be well, be blessed. Take care.